Hello and welcome to my channel Bookzo English. My name is Avanil, and today I want to share something that can really change your life. Have you ever felt stuck in English learning? Like no matter how many times you read or listen or try to speak, the words don't come out? Well, you're not alone. I know this feeling too, and honestly, it can make you feel kinda small. But here's the thing. Your mindset, the way you think about yourself and about English, can totally change your journey. If you think English is too hard, then yeah, it feels heavy. But if you change your thoughts, if you start saying, I can learn English step by step, then suddenly it feels lighter. And that's the secret. Change your mindset, and your life will change. Not just in English, but in everything. This video is about that. It's about learning English with a happy, strong, open mind. And I promise, if you stay with me until the end, you'll see English in a new light. But hey, before we start, can I ask something? If you see any mistakes in this lesson, please tell me. Sometimes people don't watch the full video, so maybe they don't notice the small details. But you, if you're here, you can help me get better. Okay? Now let's begin. When you start learning English, the first fight is not with grammar or vocabulary. The first fight is in your head. You see, many beginners think, oh, my English is bad. I will never speak well. That thought is the real problem, because if your mind is already closed, your progress is slow. But if your mind is open, if you believe you can improve, then every new word feels like a win. So today, I want to help you open your mind. Think of English not as a big mountain, but as small steps. One step today, one tomorrow. And soon you are higher than you thought possible. Actually, let me share a little story. Imagine a boy named Sam. He wanted to learn English, but he was shy. Every time he tried to speak, he thought people laughed at him. One day his teacher said, Sam, don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes mean you're learning. From that day, Sam changed his mindset. He started to see mistakes as friends, not enemies. And guess what? In a few months, he was speaking much better. Why? Because he didn't stop himself with fear. That's what I want you to do too. Think of mistakes as signs that you are moving forward. Now here's a question for you. When you learn English, do you feel nervous to speak? Be honest. Many people do. But let me tell you, speaking is not about perfection. It's about connection. If you can say even a simple sentence like, I like tea, you are already connecting. You don't need to sound perfect. You just need to try. So if you change your mindset from, I must be perfect, to, I just want to share, your English will grow faster than you think. Let's play a small game. Repeat after me. I can learn English. Say it slowly. Again. I can learn English. Now say it with feeling. Yes, I can learn English. Do you feel the energy? Words are not only sounds, they carry power. When you speak positive words, your brain listens. It believes you. So, every day say to yourself, I can learn. I will improve. I am not afraid. This mindset will give you courage. Okay, but maybe you're thinking, Avanil, this is easy to say, but my mind still feels heavy. That's normal. It takes time to change how we think. It's like training your body. If you want strong muscles, you exercise daily. If you want a strong mindset, you practice daily thoughts. Every time you feel, I'm not good at English, stop and replace it with, I'm learning English, and that's good. Step by step, your brain will learn this new habit. Sometimes people tell me, but Avanil, I'm too old. My mind cannot learn now. Honestly, that's not true. I know people who started English at 50, 60, even 70 years old, and they still improved. The brain is amazing. It's like a muscle, and muscles grow when you use them. If you keep practicing, your English brain will grow too. So, age is not the problem. Mindset is the problem. Now think about this. English is not just words. English is also about how you see yourself. If you see yourself as someone who can grow, then English becomes fun. You laugh at mistakes. You enjoy small wins. But if you see yourself as someone who always fails, then English becomes a heavy bag on your back. Which one do you want? Fun or heavy? I think you want fun, right? So start by changing how you see yourself. Let's make it simple. I'll give you 3 small mindset shifts today. 1. Don't say I can't. Say I will try. 2. Don't say my English is bad. Say my English is growing. 3. Don't say I'm afraid of mistakes. Say mistakes help me. Try these 3 every day. Write them in your notebook. Repeat them when you wake up. Repeat them before sleep. Soon they will become natural in your mind. One more thing. You don't need to learn everything at once. Many beginners try to read big books or watch long movies in English, and then they feel lost. My advice? Start small. Learn short sentences. Listen to easy podcasts. Practice daily phrases like, how are you? Or what do you like? Step by step, your confidence will grow. And with confidence, your life changes. Remember, English is not only for school, English is for your life. With English, you can make new friends, watch more movies, travel easier, get better jobs. But first, you need the right mindset. Believe in yourself, and the doors will open. So let's end this chapter with one final practice. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. You are speaking English with a friend. You are smiling. You are not afraid. Do you see it? That is possible. But it begins with one small thing. Your mindset today. This is the start of our lesson. In the next chapter, we will go deeper. But for now, ask yourself, am I ready to change my mind so my life can change? If yes, then you are already on the way. Chapter 2. The Power of Small Steps. When you learn English, sometimes you want fast results. You want to speak like a native tomorrow. But let's be honest, life does not work that way. And English learning does not work that way either. It's a journey, a long road. and the road has many small steps. If you understand this, your mind will relax. You don't need to run. You just need to keep walking. That's the secret of small steps. Let me ask you something. Do you remember when you were a little kid, maybe learning to walk? Did you walk perfectly on the first try? No way. You fell. You cried. You stood up again. And slowly, step by step, you learned. Now you walk without thinking. English is the same. At the beginning, it feels strange. Your tongue feels heavy. Your brain feels slow. But if you keep going, step by step, it becomes natural. Actually, small steps are more powerful than big steps. Why? Because small steps don't scare you. If I tell you, learn 1,000 English words today, you will feel tired just thinking about it. But if I say, learn 5 new words today, you can do it. And if you do it every day in 1 year, you have more than 1,800 new words. That's the power of small steps. The mindset here is, I don't need to do everything today. I just need to do something today. Let's take an example. Imagine you want to practice speaking English. If you say, I will speak English for 2 hours every day, maybe you can do it for 1 day, 2 days. Then you stop. It's too heavy. But if you say, I will speak English for 5 minutes every day, you can do it. And after 5 minutes, maybe you feel good, so you do 10 minutes. That's how small steps grow. The mindset shift is important here. Don't think big and scary. Think small and possible. Okay, let's make this real. I want you to repeat after me again. Small steps are enough. Say it again. Small steps are enough. And one more time with power. Yes, small steps are enough. When you say this, your brain starts to believe it. You feel free. You don't need to rush. You don't need to compare with others. You just need your step today. Now let's talk about mistakes. Many learners stop because they feel embarrassed about mistakes. But think about walking again. When you were a baby, falling down was normal. Nobody said, "Oh no, you fell, so you will never walk." Right? They said, "Good try. Stand up again." Mistakes in English are the same. They are not signs of failure. They are signs of practice. The more mistakes you make, the stronger you become. The small step mindset says, I make mistakes today, but tomorrow I will be better. Some learners tell me, but Avanil, I want to speak fluently now. I understand. I also wanted that when I started. But fluency is not magic. Fluency is many small steps together. Each new word, each small conversation, each practice moment, they all connect. And one day, you realize you are fluent. But you don't feel the change every day. It's like growing taller. You don't see it daily, but 1 year later, everyone notices. Here's a small tip. Track your small steps. Write down what you do each day. Maybe today you learned 3 words. Write them. Tomorrow you watch a 5-minute video. Write it. After 1 month, you will see a big list of things you did. And that will motivate you. Because sometimes you forget how far you came. The list reminds you that every small step matters. Let me share another story. A girl named Maria wanted to learn English. At first, she felt lost. She said, "I don't know where to start." Her teacher told her, "Start with one word every day." So, Maria began. Day 1, apple. Day 2, book. Day 3, friend. Slowly, she added more. After 6 months, she could make simple sentences. After 1 year, she could talk about her life. Maria's secret? Small steps, not big jumps, just daily small moves. Now here's something to think about. Your brain loves small success. Every time you finish a small task, your brain gives you a happy feeling. It's like a reward. So if you create small English goals, your brain will feel good. And when your brain feels good, you want to learn more. That's how the cycle works. Small steps, small success, happy brain, more learning. That's mindset magic. So I want you to try this. Tomorrow, choose one tiny English task. Maybe read 5 sentences, or listen to 3 minutes of audio, or write one short note in English. Don't worry if it feels too easy. Easy is good, because easy becomes a habit, and habit is stronger than motivation. Motivation can change. Today you feel strong, tomorrow you feel lazy, but habit stays. If you create small daily habits, your English will grow, even when you feel tired. Another important thing is patience. Many learners quit because they don't see fast results. But learning English is like planting a tree. You put the seed in the ground. You water it every day. At first, nothing happens. You think, "Oh no, maybe it's not working." But under the ground, the seed is growing roots. And one day, a small green leaf comes up. That's how English works. Your daily small steps are roots. Even if you don't see them now, they are growing inside your brain. And one day, you will see the result. So let's practice together. Close your eyes and say, "I don't need to rush. I will grow step by step." Repeat it one more time. I don't need to rush. I will grow step by step. Feel that calm. That is the mindset you need. With this, you can enjoy the journey instead of fighting it. At the end of this chapter, I want you to remember one thing. Mindset is not only about thinking big. It's about thinking small in the right way. Small steps create big changes. And if you keep this mindset, your English will surprise you. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, but soon, when you look back, you will see how far you have walked. That is the beauty of changing your mind. Small steps, big life. Chapter 3. The voice in your head. When you are learning English, have you noticed that little voice inside your head? The one that says, "Oh no, you will make a mistake," or "Your English is not good"? That voice can be strong. Sometimes it feels louder than your real voice. And honestly, that inner voice is one of the biggest problems for beginners. If the voice is negative, you stop speaking. You stop trying. You give up too early. But if the voice is positive, it pushes you forward. That is why your mindset about self-talk is so important. Think about it. Every day you talk to yourself. You wake up and maybe think, I feel lazy today. Or maybe, I feel ready. These thoughts guide your actions. In English learning, your inner talk decides if you practice or not. If you say, I'm too bad at this, then your brain feels heavy and closes. If you say, I'm still learning but I can try, then your brain opens and wants to learn. The words you speak inside your mind matter more than you think. Let's play a little game. Imagine two learners, Alex and Nina. Alex wakes up and thinks, English is too hard for me. All day he avoids English because he feels it's impossible. Nina wakes up and thinks, English is a little hard, but I will learn one thing today. She studies for 10 minutes, writes a sentence, and feels proud. After a year, who do you think is better at English? Of course, Nina. Not because she is smarter, but because her inner voice was kinder. This shows how mindset shapes your future. So, how do we change that voice? First, we notice it. Next time you try to speak English, listen carefully to your thoughts. Do you say things like, I can't, or I'm stupid? If yes, stop for a second. Breathe. And change it. Replace it with something softer. I'm learning, or I will get better. It may feel strange at first, but slowly, your brain learns the new voice. And soon, the old negative voice becomes smaller. Actually, this works not only in English, but in life. Positive self-talk makes you stronger in school, in work, in relationships. But let's keep it simple for now. For English, practice with small phrases you can tell yourself every day. For example, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. Every day, I get better. My mistakes are my teachers. Say them out loud if you can. Write them in your notebook. Repeat them until they feel natural. That way, your brain will start to believe them. Here's something funny but true. Your brain doesn't always know the difference between reality and imagination. If you imagine yourself speaking English confidently, your brain thinks it's real practice. That's why visualization is powerful. Close your eyes for 1 minute. Picture yourself in a coffee shop. You order a drink in English. The cashier smiles and understands you. You feel proud. This picture makes your brain ready for real speaking. So, every day, imagine yourself speaking well. This changes the voice inside your head, too. Sometimes learners tell me, but Avanil, people laugh at my English. I know that fear. I felt it too. But here's the truth. Most people don't laugh. And if they do, it doesn't matter. Because your English is for you, not for them. Your progress is your journey. So if someone laughs, think, okay, maybe they don't understand, but I will keep going. That's a strong mindset. The inner voice must protect you, not attack you. Let's practice together right now. Repeat after me. My English is growing. Again, my English is growing. and once more with energy. Yes, my English is growing. Feel that difference? When you speak strong words, your mind feels strong too. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving. Oh, and let me share one more story. There was a man named David. He wanted to learn English for his job. But inside, his voice always said, "You're too slow." Every time he studied, he felt sad. One day, his teacher gave him a challenge. For 1 week, say only positive words to yourself. So David tried. Every morning he said, "I can do this." Every night he said, "I learned something today." After 1 week, he felt different. After 1 month, he had more energy. And after 6 months, he was speaking better. The secret was not grammar books. It was his inner voice. That's how powerful mindset can be. You see, learning English is not just about your mouth and ears. It's also about your mind. The voice inside your head can be your biggest friend or your worst enemy. But the good news is, you get to choose. You decide what words to feed your brain. If you choose kind, supportive words, you grow. If you choose heavy, negative words, you stop. Which one will you choose? Let's make a small action plan for today. 1. Notice your inner voice when you learn English. 2. Stop the negative words. 3. Replace them with positive words. 4. Repeat the positive words every day. Simple, right? But very powerful. Do this for 1 week, and you will already feel the change. Before we close this chapter, I want you to remember one thing. You are not alone in this journey. Every English learner has that small voice of doubt, even me, even many teachers. But those who succeed are the ones who learn to talk kindly to themselves. So if today your inner voice is a little loud and negative, don't worry. You can change it. Step by step, thought by thought, you will create a new voice. And with a new voice, your English and your life will change. Chapter 4. Environment shapes your mindset. Think about where you spend your time. Who are the people around you? What kind of voices do you hear every day? Your environment has a big influence on your mindset. If people around you always say, "English is too hard, you can't do it," then slowly you start to believe it. But if your friends or teachers say, "Keep going, you can learn," then your heart feels stronger. That is why your environment is so important for your English learning journey. Let's take an example. Imagine two learners, Ali and Sarah. Ali spends his time with people who always laugh at mistakes. When he tries to speak, they correct him in a harsh way. He feels shy and stops speaking. Sarah, on the other hand, spends time with friends who smile when she speaks English. Even when she makes mistakes, they say, "Good try." Say it again. Which one will learn faster? Of course, Sarah. The environment pushes her to practice more. This shows how your mindset is not only inside you, it also comes from the world around you. So, if you want to change your mindset, look at your environment. Ask yourself, are the people around me supporting my English learning? If yes, stay close to them. If not, you need to protect your mindset. Maybe you cannot change all the people around you, but you can choose what voices to listen to. That means you can listen to English podcasts, watch videos that encourage you, or join a group of learners online. These small choices create a positive environment, even if your real-life environment is not perfect. You see, the brain is like a sponge. It absorbs whatever is around it. If you fill it with negative energy, you feel weak. If you fill it with positive energy, you feel strong. So, fill your brain with good things. For example, listen to simple English songs, watch motivational videos, or talk with someone who believes in you. These are not just activities. They are ways to build a mindset that grows. Actually, there's a saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If 4 of your friends think English is boring, maybe you will think so too. But if 4 of your friends are excited to learn English, you will feel excited too. So choose carefully. Surround yourself with people who push you higher, not people who pull you down. Now let me share a story. A boy named Leo wanted to learn English, but his family said, "Why? You don't need English." They laughed when he practiced. Leo felt sad. But then he joined an online English group. In that group, people supported each other. They spoke slowly, they encouraged, they celebrated small wins. Leo started to feel stronger. After 6 months, his English improved a lot. His family was surprised. What changed? His environment. He chose a place where his mindset could grow. Sometimes, you cannot leave your environment. Maybe your school or your home is negative, but you can still build a mindset shield. That means, even if people around you are negative, you don't let their words enter your heart. You say, "Okay, that's their opinion, not mine." Then you protect your positive mindset. It's like wearing headphones. Outside, there is noise. But inside, you play your favorite song. That's how you protect yourself. Another trick is to create a learning corner in your home. A small space with your notebook, a pen, maybe some English books. When you sit there, your mind knows, this is my English place. That space becomes part of your environment, and it helps your mindset. Even if your house is noisy, that small corner is your safe zone. Your brain connects that space with positive energy for learning. Also, use technology wisely. Today, you can fill your phone with English. Change your phone settings to English. Follow YouTube channels that inspire you. Join communities where people share tips. This way, your environment supports your learning all the time. Remember, your phone can be a negative environment or a positive one. It depends on what you choose to watch, read, and listen to. Let's practice a little. Repeat after me. I choose a good environment for my English. Again, I choose a good environment for my English. One more time, louder. Yes, I choose a good environment for my English. Feel the power? That's the voice of someone who takes control. You can't control everything, but you can control some things. And those small choices change your mindset. Here's a small daily task for you. Every day, spend at least 10 minutes in a positive English environment. That could be listening to a podcast, watching a video, or practicing with a friend. 10 minutes is enough to feed your brain with positive energy. Do this daily, and your mindset will grow stronger. Before we end this chapter, remember, mindset is like a seed, and environment is like the soil. If the soil is rich and healthy, the seed grows well. If the soil is poor, the seed struggles. So take care of your soil. Create an environment where your English seed can grow tall and strong. And even if the outside world is not perfect, you can still build a small garden inside your heart. A place where your mindset is safe and ready to grow. Chapter 5. A New Life with a New Mindset. When you look back at your English journey, you can see one big truth. It's not only about words or grammar. It's about how you think. Your mindset is the engine. If your engine is strong, your car keeps moving. If your engine is weak, even with fuel, the car stops. That is why your mindset can change your life. Not only your English life, but your whole life. Think about what we have learned together. In Chapter 1, we said, change your thoughts, and English feels lighter. In Chapter 2, we talked about small steps and how they build big results. In Chapter 3, we focused on the voice inside your head, making it kind and positive. In Chapter 4, we looked at the environment around you because it shapes your mind. And now, in this final chapter, we bring everything together. A new mindset is not just an idea. It's a new way of living. Let me ask you, what would your life look like if you truly believed in yourself? Imagine waking up every day and saying, I can learn, I can grow, I can change. Your day would feel different. Your English would feel possible. And your future would open. Because when you change your mindset, you don't just learn a language, you learn how to face life. Here's the thing. Many learners think, when I become fluent, I will feel confident. But actually, the opposite is true. When you feel confident first, fluency comes faster. Confidence is a mindset. It's the belief that even with mistakes, you can still connect. And when you believe this, you speak more. You practice more. And guess what? Fluency follows. So don't wait for fluency to feel confident. Choose confidence now, even if your English is simple. Actually, life works the same way. People wait for success to feel happy. But the secret is, if you choose happiness first, success comes easier. Mindset is always the beginning. Change your inside, and the outside changes too. This is why the lesson, change your mindset, life will change, is not just about English. It's about your whole world.